Yes, so it's Jav here from the OHB Academy. If you want to grow your coaching business, one of the best things you can do is actually hire an assistant coach. So I'm going to go through exactly what that entails, what that looks like, and basically how you can do that today. And it doesn't matter what type of coaching business you have, hiring an assistant coach, a success coach, however you want to name them, is really going to be powerful for you. So let me make myself really small. I'll go over this real quick and kind of go through this. So look, ultimately, if you like this type of content, make sure you watch it at double speed. That's how I consume most of my content, and that's how I get through a ton of valuable information. So when do you need an assistant coach? That's a very good question, and I think it's an important question because some of you are at different stages. But if you really want to scale, like really, really quickly, and you want to get closer to 70, 80 online clients, and you want to be making a lot more money, I think you need to think about hiring an assistant coach as soon as you realize that fulfillment has now become a bottleneck. Fulfillment is just your obviously ability to coach clients, do check-ins, answer messages, send emails, provide the whole client experience. Once that becomes a bottleneck, that's when you got to start thinking about hiring an assistant coach, because if it's a bottleneck, it means it's slowing you down, which means scaling is not possible. So that's one thing. Generally, that happens when you get to around 40, 50 one-to-one online coaching clients when you're selling high ticket. That's kind of what I noticed. And if you've got ambitions of really scaling past 10, 15K, you're going to need an assistant coach. Another time where you might is when you just don't enjoy the day-to-day coaching anymore. And that can happen. Especially when you get really busy, you will get to a point where the day-to-day coaching may become a little bit mundane. My light just flashed there. Hopefully it doesn't continue. If that's the case, get an assistant coach. All right, let me pause this because that light is annoying me. All right, we back. Okay, so there's that. Not every coach is ready to hire an assistant coach. So please don't jump out your pram and start putting job ads on Indeed and stuff when you're not ready. You should be making you should have at least 30, 40 clients on a consistent basis, regular lead flow, loads of sales calls getting booked. That's when you really want to start thinking about hiring a proper assistant coach. Yeah. But even if you are not ready to do that yet, this is still going to be important for you as well. So the benefit of having a coach is basically scalability. When you've got a team, you can handle more people. Think about the biggest businesses in the world. They don't do it all by themselves, right? It's not just one coach sitting somewhere delegating to everybody. No, there's help being handed out across the board. So I want you to remember that. And it's hard to remember that sometimes, but you can't do it all on your own. You're not going to scale to huge numbers doing it on your own. So bear that in mind. It gives you more time to focus on money, and specifically money generating tasks. So that's like content like this, which helps people. If you are able to make more content, get seen by more eyeballs, then you can actually make more sales. So that type of stuff, writing emails and doing email marketing, creating more lead magnets, checking on your ads and fixing your ad creatives. It gives you more time to focus on that rather than having to just coach all the time. Sometimes the coaches actually do a better job than you as a coach because their sole job is to coach. That's all they get paid for. Versus you as the business owner, you have to wear so many different hats that actually you can never be as good a coach as you want to be because you're actually hindered by having to do everything else. It's just the way that is. So there's that. There's more client touch points, which means that the client gets a better experience, more messages from someone in the group, more feedback for workouts, stuff like that, which means they get a better experience, which means they might stay for longer. So your actual overall lifetime value of a client may be better. You buy back more time for yourself, which is obviously very, very valuable. And, you may have personal things that you want to do, less time on the laptop, more time with the kids, more traveling, anything like that. Of course, you're able to do that. And ultimately, they will actually help with sales. If you get a good assistant coach who has their own thing going on, they will actually end up helping you with sales. So that's going to be really powerful for you in the long term. And then it's important that in this process, you don't delegate too early. Have some clear SOPs in place and ensure that you have the system in place that can actually get results, which means that you should already be getting results. If you don't know what SOPs mean, that means standard of procedures, so standard operating procedures. So you should have like a written document, basically step by step, of what a coach needs to do for you. Ensure that you have a system in place that gets results, so you should be getting results for clients already. Pay fairly, fair to say, and give hires a clear roadmap for long-term success. So what does it look like if you was to work with me for a year? What kind of things could you achieve? Because people won't stick around for no reason. All right. You can hire from places like Upwork, Fiverr, but I actually would say for a solid assistant coach, you actually want someone from your own personal network. Sometimes it's harder to pay them because they're probably going to be a bit more expensive, but most coaches will be willing to work part-time for you, especially if they're still working on the gym floor, PT, and they get to work with you so they can see inside the business. So my advice is, look, just get working on this, get going on this. And what I want to do as a part 2 to this video is I'm going to show you exactly like the hiring process that we do. If you'd like to see that, leave a comment below, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you on the other side. Peace.